There you go. Okay, sige. So let's try to start our session for tonight. Tanggalin ko lang muna tong banner na to and expand ko siya. There you go. So let's start our session. Sabi ni Victoriano ASEN. Okay. So with ASEN, okay, so this is quite interesting. As we can see here, si ASEN kasi yung range ko sa kanya is between 4.6 up until 5.6. And kanina, no, papalapit na siya doon sa resistance ko at 5.6. Now, kung meron akong hawak na ASEN, I'll be monitoring this in the next couple of days. Kasi malapit na siya dun sa resistance. And kapag mas malapit ka na sa resistance, mas prone na siya doon sa tinatawag natin na untog. Okay? Again, prone siya. I'm not saying na lagi siya. Okay? Prone lang siya. No? Kumbaga madalas, doon siya yumuyupi or tumutupi kapag naka-reach siya ng kanyang resistance. And in preparation of that, you must be monitoring this stock. Again, kung meron kang hawak. Now, kung halimbawa wala naman akong hawak na ASEN, anong gagawin ko? Then I'll just wait, no? I'll wait for the stock to break out instead, no? Or kung hindi man, I'll wait for the stock to reach the resistance and then yun nga, kung halimbawang mag-drop man siya, then I'll wait it at around 5 pesos. Okay? So, that's my take kay ASEN. Converge, sabi ni Rodolfo. So, Converge. Oh, okay. Saan ko kinuha ito? Teka ha. Teka lang ha. Wait ha. May ititest lang ako dito. Okay. Yeah, this one would make sense even further. Okay. Sige. So, okay, so what happened? Initially, kay Converge, kung napansin nyo, meron ako mga horizontal lines dito, which is my support and resistance. Kaso, napansin ko, initially, sabi ko, parang medyo dislocated yung yung pagkaka-place nung support and resistance. That's why, humanap ako ng next technical indicator na pwede ko magamit. Now, bakit FIBO ang una kong tinest? That is because usually kapag merong mga pullbacks like this one, no? Madalas ang effective dito is FIBO. FIBO kasi has what we call yung mga retracement levels, etong 38.2 at saka 61.8, no? And usually yun yung trigger points nung mga nagpo-pullback na stock. Yan. So kaya yun yung ginawa ko, no? And it proves to be more effective kasi kung papansin natin, valid yung mga retracement levels, di ba? So ayan. Now for Converge, the good thing excuse me. Naubo ko dun na. The good thing here is that the stock is rebounding, di ba? So meron siyang rebound dun sa 7.76. And after niya makapag-breakout doon sa 9.96 kahapon, nagkaroon naman siya ng pullback today, no? At almost that same level. So kapag ganyan, kung meron akong hawak na stock, I'll wait for the next candle. Okay? I'll wait for the next candle kasi ang gusto kong makita dito is anong gagawin niya doon sa support level na to. Kaya ba niyang magtuloy-tuloy ng rebound? Or mag-fall short na siya dyan. Okay? Either of those, doon ako gagawa ng play. Okay? So for example, kung halimbawa si Converge, nag-drop siya, then that means take profit na ako. sell na ako agad doon. Okay, the moment na mahulog lang siya, no, doon sa 9.95, 9.96 na level, I'll sell. Okay? Pero kung halimbawa magtuloy-tuloy naman siya, then syempre hold lang, no? Hanggat sa ma-check natin kung yung next resistance mami-meet niya at 11.30. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa wala naman akong hawak na converge, then ayun yun. Yung 9.95, that's crucial, no? Pero again, hindi pa muna ako bibili at that price point. I'll wait for maybe 1 to 2 more days. Okay? I'll wait for 1 to 2 more days. Ang gusto kong makita is yung candlestick niya or yung stock price niya, hindi na dapat siya bababa below 9.95. Okay? Kapag nahulog siya below 9.95, then skip na ako doon. Kapag nagstay put siya doon, above 9.95, then doon ako pwede mag-isip na, okay. So, I think pwede na siya for test buy. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take kay Converge. Christian, sige, since tapos na si Asen, I'll take M-Wide. Wow, okay, teka ha. Masyado ako madaming drawings dito. Medyo clear out ko lang muna para ano tayo, para mas madali. Okay. Yeah. Si M-Wide kasi is still on a sideways move. Diba? Sideways pa rin itong stock na to. And on my range, between 3 hanggang 3.5, medyo maliit lang yon. If I even consider si 4.20, pero hindi kasi I think si 3.5 is still strong eh. At least at this time, no? So sige, I'll take that. I'll take that pa rin. Given na sideways ito and it's registered at 3.2 kanina, yung range ko is medyo mas maliit pa, no? Kasi that means eto na lang siya, no? If I will buy it at the price kanina na 3.10 at 3.20, then at the next resistance nasa 11% lang yung ano ko, yung upside ko, which is low, 'di ba? So kung halimbawa meron akong hawak na M-Wide, at least at this time I'll hold. I'll set my cut loss level at 3.10. Eto, dito. Pero kung wala akong hawak na M-Wide, I'll wait. I'll wait for the stock to drop and then wait for it to rebound. Sabi ni Lori Ali. Kay Ali naman, okay. So halos ganun din. Well, although the good thing about Ali here is that medyo papalapit na siya, no? Medyo papalapit na siya doon sa 29.35 na next resistance ko. Tama ba? Yeah. Okay, tama nga. Yeah, valid pa rin siya. Kasi I'm now working on this range 27 hanggang 29.35, no? And the stock is just lying low, no, doon sa area na 'yon. Kung meron akong hawak na ali at this point, I'll hold, pero kung wala, I'll wait. I'll wait for the stock to drop, ganyan, or kung kaya niyo mag-breakout, much better. Sirit. Okay. So unahin ko lang, no, for all REIT stocks, the ideal strategy for this is long-term talaga. Okay? Kasi notorious yung mga REIT stock na to na mabagal talaga yung galaw niyo mga yan. Obviously, here kay Sirit, ganun yung case niya. Kita nyo, haba na nung sideways move niya. No? Pero kung talaga mapilit kayo, then fine. Wala naman akong magagawa. But then again, just a piece of a warning na hindi ganun ka-volatile itong mga ganitong klase ng stock. Okay? Given that this one is still on a sideways move, kung meron akong hawak, I would still hold. And then siguro yung magiging cut loss point ko would be itong 2.5. Kung wala akong hawak na sirit, at this time. Saan ko siya? Oh, okay. Mataas pa nga. So kung wala naman akong hawak na C-REIT, then siguro, yeah, I think 2.5 is still a good number, no, for the stock, given na yung range ko would be up until this. Maliit na lang pala din. Mukha lang siyang malaki, pero in terms of the measurement, maliit na lang pala siya, 13% upside. So yeah, not that good of a risk to reward ratio, unfortunately, para kay C-REIT. No? But then again, if you are gunning for this stock, please prepare to go long, no? I think nandoon talaga yung value ng isang REIT. Jill for JFC. Ayan. Okay. So nag-drop na rin siya below the 618. Yeah. Not looking good for JFC at this moment. Kasi if this one would continue, or if this trend would continue, then it will suggest na pwede siyang bumalik sa 212. Okay? Kung meron akong hawak na JFC at this time, probably I'll look for opportunity to sell muna kay JFC. While kung wala naman akong hawak na JFC, then ayun, I'll wait for the stock to drop until 212, 210 hanggang 212 level. And then I'll wait for the bounce. No? The bounce is important because yun yung magsisignify na, okay, confirm na yung support na yun and ready na siya to potentially go up. No? Next, sabi ni Permark, M-Wide, magbibigay pa kaya ulit yan ng malaking dividends? Hindi ko alam. I'm not sure about the schedule ni M-Wide. Silipin natin. So, teka ha. Curious din ako malaman kung, kasi si DMC tsaka si SEC, twice a year sila nagbibigay. No? Or at least in the past couple of years, 2 beses sila nagbibigay. So, meron siyang first half and then second half dividends. Si M-Wide, ang alam ko kasi once lang yan eh. Pero let's try to check. Ito. So, I'll go to M-Wide. And then, ayun. Dividends and rights. Yun. So, hanapin natin si MWP lang dapat. So, 2023, nagbigay siya at 0.5 per share. March, meron din. Wow. Okay. So far, no, 2. Ito lang, wala na ba? Wait lang, hanap pa tayo. Another... Ito. Here's another one. Ito, under kay First Metrosec. Ayan. So, noong... okay. Talaga, last year wala siyang binigay? This is interesting. I thought every year siya nagbibigay. So there was one noong 2020 at 12.12. Tapos this year, ayun, 2 beses siya nagbigay, no? Isa noong March, saka isa noong May. Wala eh. If this is the case, walang pattern, then we do not know if magkakaroon ulit. Okay? So probably we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait and see kung anong gagawin niya. Or kung meron man o wala. Sabi ni Benedict Tel, for PLDT, okay. So mukhang nagtutuloy-tuloy yung kanyang yung kanyang rally. I'm just hoping na magtuloy-tuloy nga talaga siya. Range ko is between 1,100 hanggang 1,420. And right now at 1,235, the upside is ilan na lang? Very tight, no? At around 15%. So up to you if this is still okay. Okay? Kung meron akong hawak na TEL at this time, I'll hold. I'll set my cut loss level at I think same pa din naman sa 1,100. While kung wala akong hawak na TEL, wala eh, ewan ko, I'm still on the fence on that kasi sabi ko nga yung minimum ko is 15%. Pero sometimes kasi even at exactly the threshold na sinet ko sa sarili ko, sometimes kasi medyo nag-aalangan pa ako if it's still good, if it's still worth it or not. No? So I will leave it up to you. At least on the upside part, nasa around 15% naman siya. Okay? So, ayan. Sabi ni Christian, GMA 7. Tingnan natin. Okay, so GMA 7 is on the sideways na siya ngayon. Ayan. Sideways siya ng 8 pesos. At least, I mean, around 8. No? 8 hanggang 9.25. Yun yung range ko sa kanya. And kanina, it was on a green side, no? So it closed at 8.25. Kung meron akong hawak na GMA 7, I'll hold. Yep. I'll still use 8 pesos as my support level or cut loss level. While kung wala naman akong hawak na GMA 7, okay. Yung main concern ko kasi dito is wala na akong nakikitang catalyst sa kanya. No? Probably a dividend, pero that would be a play for next year. And kung ngayon, pwede naman, I would think, kasi nasa halos bottom siya eh, di ba? Almost bottom na siya. Yun nga lang, medyo matagal lang hihintayin mo for that kasi usually si GMA 7 nasa around March to May yan eh. Nagbibigay ng update about their dividend. So imagine this, almost 6 months mo siyang hahawakan. Again, no, if you are okay to sit around ng mga around 6 months, then I think this is a good number to start with. Kasi wala akong in-expect sa kanyang any movement, no, as of now. Ayan. Sabi ni RDFO MSA dito. Ayan. So ito yung napag-usapan lang natin kanina. So again, no, my range here is around 2 pesos up until 36 or 3.6. And unfortunately, hindi siya umabot sa 3.6 at least in the past few days. No, I'm not sure if untog na nga ba siya or hindi pa. But then again, what I am trying to convince myself of is, hey, this could be a flag pattern, which is a continuation pattern. So this should be good. No, yun yung iniisip ko. Or at least that's how I am trying to convince myself on this. I'm not just sure if how others would perceive it, diba? But then again, 3.6 would still be a strong resistance for the stock. So kung halimbawa meron akong hawak na dito, siguro for now, I can still hold. I'll set my cut loss at 3.10. Okay? Pero kung halimbawa wala akong hawak na dito, siguro wag muna, no? Let's wait for the next movement. Probably I will be waiting for the stock na makabalik or makapag-breakout, no? Sa 3.6. Yun muna yung hihintayin ko. Okay? So with that, Meg. Ayan. So almost same no nung kay Dito in terms of malapit na siya doon sa kanyang resistance. The stock is still on a sideways move. Medyo mahaba-haba na yan dyan. Kung meron akong hawak na Meg, anong gagawin ko? At this point, I'll hold. I'll continue to hold. And then I'll set my cut loss price at 1.98. Kung wala naman akong hawak na Meg, I think the stock price is still too high. Kasi this one is from to the resistance kasi is just what 4%. So definitely not worth it. I would rather wait for the stock to break out, no? Or I'll wait for the stock. Kung halimbawa bababa siya, I'll wait for that and then wait for the bounce. Okay. Next up, mabilisan na, Arit. Try nating habulin lahat sila. Ayan. So, kay Arit, another bounce play at 32 pesos, no? From the top of 35.35. Okay? Kung halimbawa meron akong hawak na Arit at this time, I'll hold kasi maganda na yung bounce niya. Pero kung halimbawa wala akong hawak na Arit, let's try to figure it out. Maliit na lang yung upside. So, probably not, no. Unless of course you are a long-term holder, then obviously Arit is one of the top. Kay Globe naman, sabi ni Glide ba yan? Glide. I think Glide, no? For Globe, yeah, wala pa rin masyadong movement dito. Sideways pa rin siya. And yeah, kapag ganito kasi for me, medyo boring kapag naka-sideways kasi. Although, let's face it, yung mga consolidation phases, dito yung may magandang upside, no? Na mahanap natin. Okay, kung meron akong hawak na Globe at this time, I'll hold. I'll set my cut loss at 1,750. Kung wala akong hawak na Globe, I'll wait probably, no? I'll wait for the stock to drop and wait for it to bounce. And then last but not the least, sabi ni Caressa, nickel. Okay, nickel naman, tingnan natin ha. Oh, okay. I was really hoping na makatawid na si nickel doon sa above 6.35 no, or 6.34 or 6.4 pala, I mean. Kaso mukhang nahihirapan siya. And now, nagkakaroon na ng pag-tighten nung stock dito sa 6 pesos. Kung meron akong hawak na nickel at this time, I'll hold. Pero kung wala akong hawak na nickel, I would rather wait. No? I'll wait na lang if it will drop pa even further to 5.4 or hopefully kung kaya man niyang maka-breakout, then ayun, I'll wait for the breakout. Pero again, I will not be buying on the breakout at this particular situation. Instead, kapag nag-breakout yan, I'll wait for the initial pullback. Yung initial pullback na yon, it must be above 6.35, no? For me to even consider buying the stock. Okay? So, ayun. I think yun lang muna tayo for now, no? Nakarami naman siguro tayo. Guys, maraming salamat for tuning in, and I'll create a timestamp para dun sa mga stock na napag-usapan natin kanina, and then we'll post it separately by tomorrow. Okay? Para kung halimbawa gusto niyo siyang reviewin, mas madali kasi may timestamp na. Okay? So, ayun lang, no? Again, maraming salamat guys for tuning in. If you like this type of session, please consider liking, subscribing to our channel, and syempre, share the stream. Hopefully, even if recording man yon, mas marami tayong matulungan. Okay? So, once again, thank you. Good night. And as always, good luck sa inyong mga trading. Bye, guys.